Hi everyone, my topic today is writer's block actually real? I felt the need to do this video because for a long time now, I've seen a lot of articles, a lot of videos online that say writer's block is not real. I am of the camp that believes that writer's block is real. However, I think there's also a very good reason that so many writing teachers and writing coaches and writing bloggers say that it's not real. And that's what I want to dive into today, because this actually has very serious ramifications for people who are struggling with it. Now, I'm sure I'll get a lot of comments on this video that say, she doesn't know what she's talking about, it's not real, it's all a sham. That's fine. If you are, however, someone who's really struggled with writer's block, or you used to write a long time ago, but then something happened and it feels like all that inspiration dried up, you can't seem to get back to it, you can't seem to reconnect with your creativity, your creative channel, you can't seem to open that back up, this video will be helpful to you. So the thing about writer's block is a lot of times you are experiencing a greater than normal level of inertia to get past it. And we all experience inertia once in a while. A really good example is getting off the couch and going to work out. Right before you get off the couch and you put on your running shoes or you do your exercise routine, there's that little bit of inertia where you have to push yourself to get over it. We experience this inertia before any new task and before any transition during our day. And usually we can just power through it. And this has a very normal physical cause. Inertia is, something's at a state of rest or in a state of motion, and it's transitioning to a different state, right? So it's hard to make that transition. It's hard to switch gears, in other words. And you need a little bit of an extra energy push, a little bit of oomph to do that. Now, with big tasks that we've put a lot of weight on, like writing our book, writing our story, finally starting the memoir that we've dreamed about for years, we tend to have more weight on that. We tend to have a lot of expectations on it. So we need a little bit more oomph, and sometimes we need a lot of oomph to get ourselves from that state of inertia where we're not writing at all to the state where we're writing regularly and consistently. If you are someone who has a very highly developed willpower, if you're very good at the willpower method of getting things done, this will be relatively easy for you. And there are some people who willpower is easy for them. They've either trained that muscle up, maybe they were in something like the military, or maybe they were in their own organization, or they just love challenges and goals. That's kind of their personality type. They really thrive on that. They have that willpower to do that. If you are healthy and well rested and well nourished, and you don't have a lot of other demands in your life, you don't have really high stress levels, willpower will be something that you can, again, relatively easily access. This is because when you use willpower, what you're doing is you're tapping into your stored power reserves. You're tapping into your energy battery, in other words. So if your energy battery is really high, it's pretty easy to tap into your willpower. This is why willpower is really easy to use in the morning. And if you've ever gone on one of those lifestyle diets where it teaches you how to eat intuitively, how to make better food decisions, this is something they usually talk about. In the morning, your willpower is going to be high. It's going to be easier to say no to that donut. At the end of the day, when you're stressed and you're tired and you're burnt and you've been dealing with making decisions all day long, it's going to be much harder to say no to the candy bar or no to the food that you shouldn't have that's unhealthy for you. This is because your willpower has gone way, way down, because you've used your battery life over the course of the day. This is true for writer's block as well. Almost every person who comes to me and they say, I have severe writer's block, I cannot make myself write, I cannot think of anything at all. I used to have ideas when I was young, I used to be brimming over with stories. Now it feels like there's nothing there. It feels like I'm in a dry desert. I just can't get anything going. When we start unpacking and untangling the layers of what's going on, they are almost always completely stressed out, completely exhausted, and have a very demanding life. A lot of times it's parents who have multiple children, multiple small children, people who might be taking care of elderly parents or acting as a caregiver for someone else in their life. It's highly intuitive, highly sensitive people who are living with roommates or in a family situation where they feel like they're living with very negative people who are kind of like toxic psychic vampire type of people who are just zapping them the moment they walk through the door. It's people who have very stressful jobs, people who have just lost their job, people who are making major life transitions, going through a divorce. So you can see these are all very stressful ongoing life situations, very stressful life events. And what's happening, the writer does not have the stored power reserves available to use their willpower. It's simply not there. They're using all of their power and their energy to deal with the stress in their life, whatever that stress may be. So when they sit down at the page, they do not have the willpower to kind of give themselves that push to get through the inertia and start chapter 1 or start their memoir or even map out the idea for it or even think about it. They just don't have the energy at this time. However, because there's so much on the internet that says, well, you just have to sit your butt in the chair and do it. You just have to learn discipline. If you don't do it, it's your fault. You have to sort of pull yourselves up by the bootstraps and get it done. That's not helping, because that puts these people in a state of shame where they say, oh, it's all my fault. I'm lazy. I'm not motivated enough because I'm not a hard worker. I'm not organized enough. I don't have accountability. I'm doing something wrong. And that state of shame saps their energy reserves even more. There is nothing on earth so energy draining as going into a shame spiral. So when you feel that shame come over you, know that that's a huge energy leak and you're leaking your power out all over the floor. Really, it's like a little trail following you. You are losing power through shame. So if you struggle with writer's block, if you're in a stressful life situation, if that situation probably won't end anytime soon and you're just trying to survive, you're just trying to get through it, please give yourself a break. Please cut yourself some slack. Your story will not disappear. This life situation, it will eventually transform, and at some point you will be in new territory where you have more power and energy available to you, and you can work on your story at that time. Your story will wait. Your characters will wait. They really will. They see what's going on in your life. They see you're stressed and busy. They're going to give you a break too. So please give yourself a break. Stop beating yourself up. Stop saying, I just need to work harder. I just need to stop being lazy. This is not your fault. You don't have the energy and power available to you that you need to do the work that you want to do. If you are helped by this content, if this is speaking to you, if this resonates with you, please subscribe to my channel. I talk about this stuff quite frequently. Intuition, writing, creativity, highly sensitive people, INFJ, INFP personality types, fiction writing, all sorts of things. And also please subscribe to my newsletter. You can get a free ebook, Firefly Magic, Heart-Powered Marketing for Highly Sensitive Writers. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.